Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. If you're new here or you have not already, please subscribe to the channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up as you're listening along today. Today we're going to be looking at what sold on Mercari in the month of March. And as a bonus, I've got some Grailed and Kidizen sales to show you. We'll talk about each of those platforms as we go through them, but we're going to start with Mercari with this Snoop Dogg sweatshirt. When I found this sweatshirt thrift, I nearly died, and I was so sad that it was not my size. Surprise, I do like Snoop Dogg. I think he's funny. I like his music. I do enjoy his music. But more so, I enjoy his friendship with Martha Stewart. I think the two of them are just so cute together. I could watch them just sit and talk, cook, whatever they want to do. They are just so stinking cute together. But I really like his personality. You know, I think he's a good person. Everything I read about him or hear about him is good. Yeah, he has a little bit of a pothead problem, but I don't judge people for that. Like, he's genuinely a good human being. You always hear stories about celebrities that are rude to the help or just snobs. You don't hear that about him. He's like Keanu Reeves. They're just good people. And I do like him. I'm a fan of his music and everything. So I really had hoped that the sweatshirt was going to be my size, and it was not. It's a Christmas sweatshirt. This just shows you that stuff will sell all year. I mean, it doesn't hurt, but it's Snoop. Twas the nizzle before Chris Mizzle, all through the hizzle. And when I saw it in the store, I read it in my head, in his voice, and I giggled. I did a little video on Instagram of the sweatshirt. It was 99 cents, believe it or not. It was 99 cents. It also sold within like a day or two of being listed. It didn't take very long. $18, 99 cents into $18 in under a week. That is a fast return on our investment. Good flip. Next up, Levi's 550 relaxed bootcut jeans. These are jeans that I start at $35, $40 if they're men's. And I like the 550s, especially men's, but you know, I find more women's clothing than anything, and that's okay. So I took a best offer of $30 on these. These were a 99-cent find. These were also 99 cents. I have two pairs of these, pretty much identical, same size and everything. This is the only one that has sold thus far, but I do like to pick up any type of unicorns. I almost told you that I pick up unicorns. Okay, Star. You don't like to edit your videos. So, speak more carefully. Uniforms. I like unicorns too. If I found unicorns, I'd buy them. Or bring them home as my new friends. I like uniforms. I like scrubs, chef's coats and jackets, doctor's coats and jackets, lab coats, military uniforms. I purchase McDonald's and Starbucks and Chick-fil-A. Whatever uniforms I find, I grab. I have sourced in the past USPS shirts and sold them, but I was told last year that it is against eBay policy to sell postal USPS on eBay anymore. So I have actually one sitting in my catalog almost perfectly. I don't know what to do with, but these you can sell. If you find, from what I understand, if you find the military coats or jackets with like the actual insignia for rank, you're not supposed to sell them. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, or let me know if I'm right, but that's what I heard. You can't sell anything with rank. But if they're just camouflage pants, you can sell them. So I took an offer on these. They sold for $35. We have a Hurley hoodie. I like Hurley. It's strictly bread and butter. So if you can't find Hurley for like a couple bucks or less and you're not into like bread and butter filler volume sales, you should avoid it. It does sell fast. So, whenever we find it for 99 cents, the men's sweatshirts and t-shirts, even the women's shirts do pretty well. They'll sell for like 12 to 15 bucks, but they sell fast. Hurley moves quickly. I think it's one of those company loyalty things. Men just like the Hurley brand. This is even a size small. It was posted in February 27th. Excuse my phone for being noisy. Shh. So, and then it sold in March. So, when did it sell in March, Star? Let's go over to my cheat sheet here on List Perfectly. I marked it sold on the 24th of March, so most likely it sold on the 23rd. That's a little bit less than a month, and for clothes, that's really fast. That is a fast sell-through rate for clothing, which is long tail. Most clothes, most brands are going to take 6 to 9 months to sell. Okay, you guys ready for the big event? Let's start with this one. Drum roll, please. Da-da-da-da-da. These are our best sells of March on any platform. I could kick myself, though, because it took us a while to get them up. I sourced these a few months ago. I did a reel on Instagram about them. And then I did measure them and get the photographs, and they were in the List Perfectly catalog. And if you don't know, if I haven't made a public announcement yet, we're doing things a little differently around here. I'm doing 90% of the pictures, and Keith is doing all of our listing at this point because we have so many jeans and plush that we've sourced that he doesn't like to take pictures of jeans and do the measurements, and he's not really a fan of plush. I mean, he's weird. Who isn't a fan of sitting down with 100 of your new friends and playing with them and talking to them and singing to them and taking pictures of them? But, not everybody's as cool as me. But anyway, we find vastly more plush and more jeans than any other category we sell in, other than remotes, but we order those wholesale, so that's different. But we find men's shirts and women's shirts, but not as often. So we've gone to Star takes all the photos and Keith does all the listings, and it's actually working out really well because we're focused and we're doing that batch work that I always talk about, where you should do all alike. You should do one task all alike. So I can sit for an afternoon and just work on jeans. We're getting 40 new listings up a day. It's working out really well until Keith runs into something like this that he doesn't want to deal with because he's not familiar with it and he knows I know more. So he told me, and this is my fault. I'm not blaming him by any means. He told me when he saw them in the catalog. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, we take our pictures right in List Perfectly on our phones and then set the template. So we have templates on List Perfectly similar to eBay, and you set them to whatever you're working on that day. And then your pictures just go here to your catalog. You see, he's got some shirts here. There's stuff that's ready to go. But when you take your pictures, they just go here. And they will sit here until you build your listings and push them out. I love List Perfectly. It makes our life so easy. It is the best $2.30 a day we've ever spent on our business. Have you tried it yet? You can try it for 30% off your first month with code flippinhippos. And if you come to my live shows every Friday, I give a free month out. All right. So he told me, I don't want to deal, you're familiar with these. And I'm like, okay, so I'll list them. And then so here we can tell you on the 27th of March, which was just last week, I saw them and I'm like, oh my gosh, I never got these up. So I built the listings and got them ready, and then Keith pushed them out on the platforms. These sold that same night, Monday, and these sold on Tuesday. I also want to tell one more small story about these pants. When we walked into Goodwill, when we sourced these a few months ago, the girl that I'm friendly with there came over to me and said, oh my God, you've got to see what just came in. And she took me over to the pants aisle where she had put these and kind of like the back to hold them aside for when I came in to show them to me. And these ones were $7.99, these black ones. These also were $7.99. But as you can see, these have some staining and discolorations on the legs. So I was kind of hesitant about getting these for $8. I mean, I still sold them for $60, so what the heck. I should have just bought them. But I was hesitant about the white ones because they did have the stains and some stuff going on. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to spend $7.99 on those. So they might have even been $9.99. It's been so long. The lesson is don't sit on good stuff. But anyway, she showed them to me and I put the white ones back and she said, what's wrong with the white ones? And I said, well, they have some stains on them and stuff. And she's like, well, would you want them if I marked them the color of the week and you could get them for 99 cents? What? Yes. So she marked these down as, you know, damaged or whatever. I got the white ones for 99 cents. So, and she held them for me. So it pays to be nice to your people. This is the same girl from years ago, back when they had the 50-cent plush basket. She used to pull all the good plush for me and put them in there. She's always finding stuff and bringing it to me. She knows we're resellers. We are very nice resellers. When we go thrifting, we hang our hangers on the rack. We take them off of the clothes and hang them up. We put things back where they go if we don't decide we don't want them. We're friendly to the people. They start to recognize you. They start to know you. And don't be afraid to tell them you're a reseller. Because a lot of times it will result in a relationship like this where she's friendly to us and pulls the good stuff. And, you know, I'm putting this back because it's damaged. Well, I can give it to you for 99 cents. Okay. So these sold within 36 hours. This pair for $60. Now we had them listed at $60 start on eBay with shipping cost on it. Because I thought I was going to have to ship them in a box. And so we put them for $70 on Mercari with free shipping, building in that $10. But when I got the first offer of $60, I'm like, let me see something. So I folded them up real small. I got them in a padded flat. There was no way I was getting them in the cardboard mailer. But I got them in a padded flat. I'm like, you know what? I can ship these in a padded flat. I'm going to take the $60 because they are damaged, stained, or whatever. And then the next day I got an offer of $75 on this pair. And I'm like, well, again, we had built that extra $10 in for shipping. I'm just going to take it and put them in a mailer and be done with it and get rid of them. Because they sat around for way too long. My fault. So those are the highlights of our Mercari sales. And you can see that in March, we sold quite a bit on Mercari here in List Perfectly. A lot of it is poop, 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 stuff for clearancing, poop, poop, glad to be rid of it, poop, 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 and bread and butter. But those were the highlights. I did pull every single sale from Grailed. In March, we actually sold 5 items. I know, a whole 5 items. No, that's actually pretty good for Grailed. Grailed's one of those slower platforms. I don't mind listing on Grailed because I use List Perfectly. I'm here to tell you right now, if we manually cross-listed and we did not have List Perfectly, we would not list on Grailed or Kidizen. We wouldn't bother with either one. But because List Perfectly makes it so easy, and it's like 2 clicks to put it there, I'm going to do it. It takes a second to list things on those platforms, and then we make some extra money every month. So we sold 5 things on Grailed, $35 BKE Peyton jeans. I do start these at $40. Believe it or not, these have survived turds raising to the bottom. And the men's BKEs can still be listed for $40 and sometimes $45, depending on which style you have and the size. So the Peytons are about $40. I took a $35 offer. This is poop that we were clearancing out. So it's a $7 tie. We most likely made $1 on this after shipping and everything. And we probably paid 50 cents for it. It's been sitting around for 4 or 5 years. So Happy to be rid of that. We sold a $15 bread and butter crossed and barrel shirt, if I could speak English. This was probably listed at like 18 and I took an offer. It's, Crossed and Barrel is one of those brands that we kind of avoid. But when it's got cool graphics like this with this all over fish print and it's 99 cents, we'll go ahead and grab it and see what happens. And of course, a solid bread and butter brand, American Eagle. These sold for $20, which is right on the money for what I like to list American Eagle for. These were super cute. They had 2 rips in the knees and some embroidery. Actually, I think these sold pretty fast. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my solds on Grailed on my List Perfectly. I will get that loading in because I actually do want to see when I listed those. I think they went really fast. And it's probably because they had some uniqueness to them. They had the embroidery. There it is up close. They had rips. Rips, tears, distressing for whatever reason. Look at the hems. Make things, jeans more desirable. All right, let's see if we are loaded in here. No. I think I delisted and relisted them, and that's why they look familiar to me. So they've been around since November of last year. That's about 4 months. And then I delisted and relisted them. And they sold. 4 months is still pretty good for clothing, especially American Eagle. That's got like a 6 to 9 month sell-through rate normally, which is why you should delist and relist, even though that's an unpopular opinion. Old Navy collectabilities t-shirt sold on Kidizen. So again, Kidizen is not a place where we make a lot of money or a lot of sales. Super easy to list there using List Perfectly. So we put our stuff there. Some months we'll get 4 sales. Some months we get none. Some months we get 1. But it's worth every extra sale you can get. Everywhere you can get any type of money at this point in the game with the way things are going. Do not put all your eggs in one basket, guys. Really. Be cross-posting. Use List Perfectly. Get 30% off your first month with our code flippinhippos. But don't just rely on one platform. Hey, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about selling on Kidizen, Grailed, Mercari, reselling in general, let me know in the comments. Or you can join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod, and tag me in there. Go be productive, guys. Go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.